start the recording of the session as well. I just want to give a small introduction about myself. My name is Ram Boyapati. I have nearly 13 plus years of IT experience, and in this 13 plus years of experience, I've been working for SQL Server, MSBI Stack, and data analysis related services like Power BI, Snowflake, Fabric, Microsoft Fabric, and Azure Data Engineering. So these are the core technologies what I've been working from last 13 years over here. And in this 8 plus years of IT trainings and placement assistance experience I have so far. And I started this e-classes training institution in 2016. We are offering training as well as a placement assistance also we are going to provide. So we are located in Hyderabad Amirpet location. You guys can visit our website and you can see our office infrastructure, and every day you can come to our office and you can sit over there and you can practice the things as well. So there are like many people who already completed the course and some mentors are available. So daily join you can daily come to our office and you can practice over there from morning to evening as well. Okay. So in this 8 plus years of IT trainings experience, I have given all these technologies trainings for across the globe, not only for India. I have given trainings for US, UK, Australia, Canada, 18 plus countries of the students. We were providing the trainings and placement assistance over here. So today I'm going to focusing on what exactly a Azure data engineering. So this demo is all about data engineering. So what exactly a data engineering and how this data engineering is going to help to you. So in this session, the people who were joined for this training, there are like a different kind of background people who were joined. Let's for example, you belongs to you completed your engineering or BTech or any graduation or post graduation in between 2010 and 2023. So when you passed out in between 2010 and 2023, definitely some people are immediately getting a IT job as a fresher. So till today they are working and they gain some experience like a 9 years or 10 years, whatever it is. They have okay, they have a lot of experience gained, but it's a different technology. Okay, it's a different technology. So what technology it is, it might be a Java or whatever it is. Now they want to upgrade to Azure data engineering. They want to upskill to Azure data engineering over here. So when they are completing this Azure data engineering training, after whatever the existing experience they have on the Java or mainframe or .NET or testing or Salesforce, whatever, they are going to mention out of 9 years, few years like 2 to 5 years of experience on the few years of experience, 2 to 5 years of experience on the Azure data engineering, right? That means the person who is working on in IT, when they are learning Azure data engineering course, whenever they are going to applying for the job, definitely they are going to apply for the jobs like a 2 to 5 years of experience over here. 2 to 5 years of experience over here. Okay. Similarly, other kind of profile people, they were passed out in between 2010-23, and immediately they are working for non-IT like a recruiter, HR, civil, mechanical, Google Maps accountant, and they want to come to IT industry by learning this trending course of Microsoft Azure Data Engineering. After they are completing this course, also they are going to put some experience like a 2 to 5 years of experience. They are going to keep it over here. Am I right? So definitely, this IT who are working, the people who are working in non-IT, and the third category people, they passed out in 2010-23, same, but they don't have any experience in IT or non-IT. What they are doing, they are preparing for the government exams, groups, banks, business, whatever. So they have some career gap over here. With the career gap, it might be a 5 years or 2 years or 3 years or 9 years. They were they want to come to IT industry by learning this Azure data engineering course over here. Okay, so they have like a 2 to 5 years of experience they need to mention while they're going to applying for the jobs. So what I'm trying to say, 90% of the students who are going to learn this Azure data engineering course, they are going to applying for the jobs like a experienced person over here. Am I right? They are going to work like a experienced person. So definitely whenever you are going to work like a experienced person, the interview and the work what you are working, the interview experience and the real time project work experience, definitely it is on the 4 to 5 years of experience level only. So with the only training what we are providing, not only me, every institution, they are providing a training on Azure data engineering, right? So if you are just completing this 4 years experience, whatever the Azure data engineering training, 2 months training, is that enough for you to crack the interview as a 4 years of experience guy, or is it enough to work as a experienced guy? Definitely no, because if you see, out of 100 people, only 10 percentage of the people only getting the jobs immediately after completion of the course. What might be the reason? The reason is every student is completing a training on any course only one program here. If you are completing the two programs, then definitely you are going to be in a competition with the 4 years of data engineering experience in real time and 4 years of data engineering experience, but not 4 years of experience person, whoever having experience in the real time, right? For example, when you are going to interview a person who has in a real time, he was working 4 years on Azure data engineering, he's attending the same interview in a company, and you are also going to the same interview, you are going to attending the interview. Do you think, are you going to have a competition with this guy? Are you going to give the competition with this guy? Definitely no. Why? If you are completing only this program one, this may not give you enough knowledge as equal to 4 years of real time experience guy. Then what you need to do? then you have to then you have to complete the program too as well. Okay, so that is the reason, with my experience in last 8 years of IT trainings, how a student can get a confidence to crack the interviews without taking anyone help, to work on the projects without anyone help. We were offering two programs for this Azure data engineering course. Let me explain what exactly a program 1, what is a program 2, what is a Azure data engineering. First, let's try to understand what is Azure data engineering course. Then after, whatever the program 1 and program 2 we are offering, we can discuss it over here. Okay, what exactly Azure data engineering? If you see, nowadays data is very important, correct? Data is very very important nowadays. So why the data is very important? Even this artificial intelligence tools, it might be the generative AI, chat GPT or copilot or Gemini AI, whatever, any new trending applications are developing based on the data only. Am I right? So the data importance is day by day increasing. So you have to managing of the data, you have to processing of the data, you have to storing of the data. So as a data engineer, the importance of the data is increasing day by day. There is a role, job role is created, that is a data engineering role. What exactly a data engineer will do? A data engineer is simply managing, processing and storing of a any business data. Let's, for example, you have some business, whatever the business, definitely generating some data over here. Let's take one example of the supermarket. So when you are going to a supermarkets operating in different countries, let's, for example, I have a one supermarket in US, another supermarket in India. So in these two supermarkets, whenever there is a customer is reaching out our supermarket, definitely they are going to buy a product. Am I right? So every supermarket contains some billing counters, billing softwares. So they will goes to that billing counters and they're going to buy the products. Let's for example, this is a supermarket in supermarket in India. This is another supermarket. This is another supermarket in USA. In USA. So when they are buying a products, immediately the transactions data will come and store in the backend database over here. Okay. Whenever there is a transactions data is coming, that transactions data will be stored in the backend database over here. Database over here. Okay, there is a supermarket, and that when there is a transaction happen, the transactions data will be stored in the backend two databases. All the transactions from USA I will be stored in this database. All the transactions in India I am storing here. Now as a data engineer, what you need to do? As a data engineer, you need to consolidate this data. Which data? You need to consolidate all your business data from the both locations. From this database server and this database server, you need to consolidate that process. We are calling it as a ETL. ETL stands for extraction transformation. Extraction transformation and loading of the data over here. So by doing this ETL process, we are going to performing of the data to be keep in one place. That is a data warehousing. My business data, whichever is coming from different business servers, we are going to we are going to transform, we are going to extract, applying a business transformations, and finally we are going to loading into one place over here. That is called ETL process. Extraction, transformation and loading process, ETL. Okay. Why we need to do this ETL? Because the data what we have inside this database here, both are not proper database data. You need to perform some data cleaning, data transformation, and all the data you need to consolidate into one particular place over here. So we need some ETL services to processing the data. We need some storage services to store the data. As a data engineer, what is your role is, you need to develop some ETL data pipelines. What is ETL data pipelines? Those used to processing of the data from one place to another place, and finally we are going to store the data. So as a data engineer, you need some services for storage purpose and for ETL purpose. So for storage purpose and for ETL purpose, whatever the software services currently, Microsoft company is offering some software services where you can find out those services over here. Simply you can able to log into portal.azure.com. Portal.azure.com. So this is a cloud platform. Here inside you can find out so many software services. So whatever the ETL related services, whatever the storage related services you want, you can able to find out inside this portal.azure.com over here. You can able to find out portal.azure.com over here, and those services we can able to use. This is called Microsoft Azure. So inside the Microsoft Azure portal, whatever the software services available, you can see all services. By using these software services, you are going to develop some data engineering related project. So that is the reason we are calling it as a that is the reason we are calling it as a Azure data engineer. Why we are calling you as a Azure data engineer? By using software services inside the by using a software services inside the Azure portal, by using a software services inside the Azure portal, developing a data engineering projects, the person who is going to do All this is Azure Data Engineer. He is called Azure Data Engineer. He is going to use some services related to storage. Storage point of view, we have storage account with Blob, storage account with Data Lake Gen 2, Azure SQL Database Synapse. These four services we are using for storing of the data based on the type of the data. For example, if your data is in a files, Excel, CSV, image, audio, video files, then we are going to use these two services to perform this data storage of the file system data. If your data is in a database tables format, if you want to write some SQL queries also on top of that one, you can use these two services to store your data in terms of the database tables. So any of one storage or two storages we can use to store the data. Apart from that, we have a ETL process. What do you mean by ETL? To develop the ETL data factory pipelines, we need to use either data factory service or we can use a data bricks service over here. And if you want to stream live data, we are going to use live streaming jobs. There is one of the service available. By using these services, we can able to perform this thing as well. Okay. And also there is like a data bricks. This is very important nowadays. Inside this data bricks, we can write either SQL or PySpark commands over here. In this training, I'm going to teach you along with the basic Python and basic to advanced PySpark concepts. I'm going to discuss it over here. Okay. So this four storage services: storage account with Blob, storage account with Data Lake Gen 2, Azure SQL Database, Synapse, and Data Factory, Databricks, Live Streaming Analytics, IoT. These are the data engineering related services. Apart from that, I'm going to discuss about few more services related to administration, DevOps related concepts like logic apps, key vaults, Active Directory, DevOps, Git repository, CI/CD pipelines, how to create. So finally, I'm going to take one or two sessions for the Power BI as well. So what exactly Power BI and what is the usage? A Power BI tool we are going to use to take the data from the storage services and designing of the reports and dashboards over here. Okay, Power BI is one of the reporting tool, ETL service reporting tool we are going to use to take the data from the storage, whatever processing data, and we are going to designing a reports like a top 10 products and bottom 10 products and year over year sales, year over year sales, all those things over here. Okay. So whatever the ETL software services you need and the data where you are going to store, these things we are going to do in the Microsoft Azure only. Microsoft Azure is a cloud based platform. Inside we have so many software services already developed. We are going to use those services. Let's for example, if you want a data factory, simply you can go to the data factories and you can able to create the data factory service over here. Okay, you can able to create the data factory service over here. So this is how we can able to perform the things over here. Power BI and all the services I'm going to discuss in this training. Okay, so what are the prerequisites to learn this course? Ideally, the prerequisites for this, it's not a prerequisite. Better if you have a knowledge on this one also. By completing of this Azure Data Engineering course, I'm recommending to learn brush up your SQL and Python knowledge as well. So for this brushing up SQL and Python knowledge, what we are offering with a free of cost SQL 20 hours videos and a free of cost Python 25 hours videos we are going to provide free of cost over here. It is a self-paced learning. Only for SQL and Python, we are providing self-paced learning videos. These 20 hours SQL, 25 hours Python, we have created a videos purely for data engineering purpose. A data engineer, what kind of knowledge he should have on the SQL and Python, these will help you when you are going to the interview and when you are going to work on this data engineering projects over here. Those recording videos we are going to provide it for you. Okay. And the certification what you have to work on this Azure data engineering is DP203 certification. And so let's come to this course, like whatever the two programs we are offering, right? So before jumping into the two programs, as e-classes is going to give for every student our LMS portal over here. Our LMS portal we are going to our LMS portal we are going to offer. Inside this LMS portal, you can find out your courses whichever you are going to enroll, and every day the class recording videos will be saved inside this course itself. And also you can able to chat with us, like whenever you are practicing the sessions, after the session also you can able to chat with me. We will create a groups for practicing purpose. Okay, we can create a groups for practicing purpose as well. So this is having up to 3 years access for the recording videos, whatever the sessions we are taking the live sessions over here. It's a free of cost. We are providing this LMS portal access, and the same thing we are providing from the mobile app as well. Same thing we are providing from the mobile app as well. So we are providing a live classes and daily class recording videos. We are going to provide daily class notes, some free tests, and few free courses. SQL Python also we are offering, sample resume, certification, chart personally, chart with the group also you can able to do it over here. Okay, now coming to the, these are all the things we are providing for every student. Coming to this program one, what exactly this program one? The program one is a normal Azure data engineering program. It's going to be 50 to 60 hours total duration. The program one Azure data engineering training, which is offered by every institution, right? The same way we are offering 50 to 60 hours total duration of this course, and a daily 1 hour session. The sessions are going to be from Monday to Friday. Every day we are taking a live sessions, and class recording videos we will share after the session automatically, daily class notes. And after the class also you can able to reach out us through the chat for the doubts clarification, weekly tests, sample resumes, certification guidance, course completion certificate, interview question and answers, and end-to-end project also we are going to share as a part of the program one over here. Okay, so this is how we are going to provide the Azure data engineering program one. These are all the things we are offering program one. And what is the course content we are going to provide as part of this program one is, we are going to start with the cloud introduction, Azure fundamentals, and Azure data engineering license creation. What are the different kind of storage services available, like a storage account with Blob, data lake gen 2, SQL database, Synapse Analytics, ETL services like a Data Factory, Data Bricks, live streaming analytic jobs, and logic apps, key vaults, event hubs, administration, DevOps, Git repository, Power BI. These are all the things I'm going to discussing inside this Azure data engineering training over here. Then what about this program 2? So the program 2 is we are going to focus completely on the placement assistance. That means we want to make you like a to be competition with 4 years experience real time guy inside this second program. This program is 30 hours duration. Okay, the second program, when this second program we are going to start, this second program we are going to start after 2 weeks of the training. For example, this Monday we are going to start, this Monday we are going to start a training. Am I right? After 2 weeks exactly, some part of syllabus is completed. Immediately the second program will start. This program is only on the weekends, Saturdays and Sunday. Saturday 2 hours, Sunday 2 hours. We are going to take this program. In this 2 hours of the Saturday and 2 hours of the Sunday, total 30 hours we are going to conduct this program. What we are going to highlight inside this program? Inside this program, we are going to highlight agile methodology. So when you are joining to a company in real time, how you are going to work with the agile methodology, we are creating some sprints with some 175 scenario based tasks. The scenarios which we are not covered in regular trainings, we have added few more scenarios over here to make more confidence on each task wise. Okay, so those 175 scenarios we are going to You have to work on hands on. If you're not able to perform any scenario, we will have a discussion on the Saturday 1 hour. like uh, Everyone has interaction with us. We can discuss about how in real time it will work and all those things. Next 1 hour we are going to focus on the project as well. And also Sunday 1 hour we are going to focus on the interview preparation, how to tell the introduction as a experienced 4 years experience, and how to explain about your projects in the interview. And they will ask some kind of questions like what are all the challenges you faced in your real time when you were working. So these kind of questions you may not get outside, so those kind of answers we will provide to you. And apart from that, we are taking a mock interviews as well. Because why? Because the mock interviews are very important. Most of the students having a interview fear, and they are losing first 4 to 5 interviews. And also the resume preparation as well. Resume preparation means, like uh, according to your profile you might have some career gap, and you might have some other work experience, and you are working for non-IT. So how can we prepare your profile by keeping 3 to 4 projects only dedicated to your profile? Because most of the institutions they are offering the profiles, sample resumes they are going to copy paste, and same projects they are going to keep. We are not going to do like that. We are going to provide a dedicated projects for your resumes, and you can explain those projects in your interview. And one end to end project also we are going to provide to you. I have written total 3 books so far on this Azure data engineering over here. It's like a top 20 MNCs companies. Interview question book also I have written. All the books are available in our LMS portal only. Okay. So this is all about like the 2 programs what we are offering. Those 2 programs, the enrollment cost is different. If you have any doubts on these 2 programs and costing and when it is going to start, all those things, to get the information, you need to reach out 7997457228 over here. This is our point of contact, Ramya. If anybody wants to speak with me, then you just reach out this number, ask them to make a call, then I will speak out with you. Or else, I'm expecting to be share your number in the chat go to meeting. It's like a private chat only. So you can share your contact number. Our team will reach out to you. So they will call to you. They will inform you when the regular sessions are going to from Monday only. But what exactly the timing, pricing details, course content details, everything will be shared to your WhatsApp number. Can you guys please ping me your WhatsApp number in the chat? All of you, if you are giving, then immediately our team will call you and give all other details. In the market, this Azure data engineering is very trending currently. So if you want to identify like how much demand it has, simply you can go to Naukri or any job portals, and inside you can just search for Azure data engineering jobs. You will find out a plenty of the jobs. Especially inside this Azure data engineering, data bricks is the highest demanding part. Because if you are learning Azure data bricks, you can simultaneously work on the other cloud environments as well, like AWS or GCP or any cloud platform. Data bricks concept is same. There is nothing difference over here. So if you are learning any of one cloud, 60 to 70 percentage of the other clouds also you will be familiar. Okay, please share your contact numbers in the chat. I got it from 11 people. Few more people can be shared. Okay, let me give you now to ask the questions. Any open question, even it is a small question or big question, anything you can able to ask now. You can unmute and you can ask the questions, guys.
Hi,
Hi,
this is Kavya.
Shvardhan, Shiv Prasad,
Go ahead, Kavya. Go ahead. Go ahead,
Manish,
Kavya.
Krish, Balaji,
Yeah,
Amulya.
hi.
Go ahead,
Thanks.
Indrashekar.
So, I have heard that
We are not able to hear you.
Azure Data Engineering course is getting, I mean, certification is getting expired by 31st March 2025. And I have
Sorry,
you
Kavya,
in
I'm
your
sorry.
services you have provided assistance for the.
Kavya, I'm sorry.
Sorry,
Can
am
you?
I audible?
Yes, now go ahead. Now go ahead.
Yeah. So, so and we came to know that the Azure Data Engineering certification is going to get expired by 31st March 2025. And from then, some FP related, fabric related certification will be going in live, and that's going to have the value. Then how this your certification service is going to work for us? Like you are assisting us on the same fabric related certification. How
So,
it's going to be?
90 percentage of the concepts in the Microsoft Fabric and this Azure Data Engineering both are same. So if you are completing this Azure Data Engineering technology, then you can able to crack that DP600 certification of the FB. FB means Microsoft Fabric. Okay. So what Microsoft is doing, whatever the Azure Data Engineering technologies which we discussed currently, and Microsoft Fabric, Microsoft Power BI, they have combined these two things. This Azure Data Engineering and Microsoft Power BI, both they have combined, and they are going to make it the naming as a Microsoft Fabric environment. So what's going on in this real world? There are plenty of the projects are already implemented on the Azure Data Engineers, and so few clients they are looking to develop the same thing on the environment of the Microsoft Fabric as well. So that Microsoft Fabric demo also we have at 11 a.m. today. You guys are interested, you can join the Microsoft Fabric as well. So what I'm trying to say for your question or answer is, you can go ahead with the Azure Data Engineering course. With this knowledge you can able to crack the DP600 certification. That's true. From March 31st onwards, DP203 certification is going to be expired.
Okay, then so along with the Power BI, it's going to be Fabric. Azure plus Power BI will be Fabric, and only the Azure will be
Exactly.
Azure. Like yeah,
Azure Data
with the Azure, we
Engineering.
can able to take the Fabric certification also, even
Yes.
without knowing about the Power
Yeah.
BI
Azure Data
and
Engineering
the
plus Power.
services.
One second. Azure Data Engineering plus Power BI is equals to Microsoft Fabric. Simply, I can say.
Understand? Yeah, thanks. And in the services that I mean, in the topics that you're going to cover, I've seen the list. There's a Power BI also, right? To the extent.
So Power BI in this course, we are just covering 2 to 3 sessions, like how to design the reports by connecting to these cloud storage services. Actually, Power BI
Okay.
knowledge is required 30 to 40 hours. But here we are just giving two
Oh,
to
okay.
three classes. Just overview we are giving.
Okay. Okay. And I have one more question. And you're providing the SQL and Python recordings, right, for 20 to 25 classes. So these recordings should we have to learn in the parallel or the basic things you're going to cover in the Azure class, or how it's going to
So
be for
inside
these two
this
for
Azure
the.
classes, we are going to cover Python basics and PySpark
Mm,
advanced level as well. But SQL I'm not going to
okay.
cover inside this Azure Data Engineering course. So I'm expecting to be like
Okay.
parallelly you can watch whenever you have a time SQL and Python both videos.
Also, if we cover the I mean, SQL completely, then it will be sufficient for us to take this Azure. Python we can learn, but it's not really required as you are
Without
covering the basic.
with without having knowledge on the SQL and Python also you can learn Azure Data Engineering course, but that
Okay.
will not give you fulfillness when you are attending the interviews.
Okay. Okay. So to the interview level, I mean, when we are planning to go for the interviews, and to that point, we need to gain a thorough knowledge on these two as well as per from your recordings.
Exactly. So
Am I right?
before you are attending the interviews, better you can complete all these three.
Mm-hmm. Oh, okay, fine. Thanks. Thank you. Thank you so much. That's all from me.
Yeah.
Hi, Ram. This is Indra Shekhar. Okay. So my question is like I have around 15 years of experience in SQL Server database administration. Okay. So I
Okay.
don't have any experience on coding languages, Python or SQL. No, I don't have anything. So I know a little bit of Azure SQL database, fast model. So is it easy for me to understand or gain the knowledge and get the job, or will it be a difficult one for a DBA background professional?
Right. I will tell you one thing. So most of the students who
Mhm.
are coming to learn this Azure data engineering from last 1.5 year, 2 years, what I have observed, they have nearly 10 to 15 plus years of experience they have in between. So some
Okay.
people they have like your DBA background, some people having mainframes, and some people having Java, .NET, whatever different kind of background people, testing background people. See, nowadays, like
Mm-hmm.
the data engineering part is very demanding in the market, and this DBA, especially coming to your profile side, the DBA is no more actually going forward. If you see the SQL DBA, earlier it was, but in the when you are coming to the cloud environment, there is no special role for this DBA. So the all the DBAs are moving to either data analyst or data engineers. Comparing to data analyst, data engineering is easy. And so your question is, I have 15 years of experience. Then can I learn again this SQL and Python from basic, and can I survive, and can I get all these things to be familiar or not? See,
Yes.
coding has a fear like earlier to this artificial intelligence tools, chat GPT, and all those things before. See, nowadays you don't need to write any coding actually. If you have like some experience on what you want, so the analysis power, if you have, the coding will be written by somebody. Only focus whatever the 15 years of experience you have in the IT, right? With that knowledge you can able to easily managing of this one, because many people like you were reached out us, they learn and they already completed their trainings, and they are already placed also. So you no need to worry about that. Whatever the experience you have out of 15, you can mention last 5 years as a data engineer, and you can able to survive.
Okay. One more question, Ram. So you said right. So out of 15 years, you are suggesting to keep 5 years of experience in data engineering. Okay. After this training. So I mean, it's a question whether to ask or not. But I want to ask you. So how much package they are offering outside the market, like
That depends on your
for
current
five
package
years?
actually. What is your current package? According to that only they
I
will
am
give you
getting
packages.
okay. So I'm getting 15 lakhs now.
Oh, then you have a chance to 25 lakhs. See, average 3 to 4 years experience data engineer are getting 15 lakhs. I'm sorry. So, on an average, a 3 to 4 years experience guy is getting 15 lakhs, 12 to 15 lakhs package on the data engineering role.
Being a fresher kind of thing, right?
Not a fresher, 3 to 4 years experience guy.
That's what. Those who are started as a data engineer as a fresher with 3 or 4 years of experience, they're getting 15 lakhs. Okay.
Yes, exactly.
Okay. Thank you, Ram. And I don't have anything. Thank you.
Any more questions from others, guys? Okay, so I hope all of you shared your numbers in the chat. Our team will reach out to you and they will inform you about the class timings as per your convenient. Okay, we are going to start from tomorrow onwards. Thank you.
Time.
Our team will call to you.